Plus, she doesn't have any like crutch, you know. Like
No. Oh, I could tell by her neck. She's much more relaxed in here.
Yeah, but that's how you train on the trail ride too. You just keep venturing out, you know, and then coming back in and say, venture out again. Don't just venture out, never come back home. Now donkeys, on the other hand, love to go out and go exploring. They
Really?
don't want to call home for anything. They're totally different.
Wow.
And this lady she got two riding donkeys. They're pretty cool. They were so different from horses. I mean, it was like, they're complete opposites. And she took them to go to what a good girl. Go to like a park to ride.
Uh-huh.
And the donkey had so much fun. He didn't want to go home for anything, and it was time to go home, and they ended up the donkey wouldn't load to go home because he didn't want to go home for sure. He just did not want to go home. He wasn't scared of the trailer, and they ended up going home, get a couple crowd panels, and then kind of gradually like close the panels in on him, so he had to go in.
Oh my God.
I know, it took a bunch of guys. I wasn't there, I'd see it. And then at home, a couple days later, they loaded him back up, and he jumped in that trailer. He thought he was going to go play again. So it's totally different from a horse. Horses, they like security and all.
Oh yeah.
And like what's familiar, and that makes them happy.
They like their little blankie.
Just take a long donkey down the road. Just take the donkey out for a walk. It's the weirdest looks. Just take the donkey for a walk.
Oh, you should have seen how people looked at me when I walked her down to the park across the street.
Oh, yeah.
They and obviously, you know, she was like, where the hell am I? Some people said, oh, what's wrong with your horse?
Oh, yeah.
Like, nothing. I'm just walking my horse. Do you mind?
This is another thing. I'm trying to hurt. There you go. Put my inside leg, like you come off the rail a little bit. It's like a little baby leg. You take your inside leg and both hands to the outside. And she's like, what?
Oh yeah, look at her.
But she's like, huh? And then stop her, and then make sure she ends bent to the inside of the ring. Because that's the direction her head will be when you're doing a leg yield. Look up that book should have. She's kind of doing it a little bit there. Stop. They're bent to the inside. See how I got her nose tipped? The inside. Leg yield's the easiest. Besides that turn on the forehand thing, it's the easiest. Just kind of getting it. It's the easiest lateral thing. But it's like cars merging over to, you know, like when you're on the interstate.
Yeah.
You know how they drift? You don't just turn and drive.
No.
You know, you drift. That's all it is. And then their nose is pointed in opposite of their movement. Now, and I take my outside leg off. There she goes. That was a little better.
So it's inside leg, inside rein.
Well, inside leg, and then take both hands and pull them to the outside.
Okay.
And make sure your outside leg is off of her. See, there she goes a little bit. Stop, and to the inside. Yeah. You're gonna have your head really full. I think Mommy's gonna ride you now, because probably fill up your brain. So much. God, I can't believe she's only ridden like 12 times or something.
This is the 13th.
13th time.
Yep.
It's like, usually by now, it's like you get walk, trot, no lateral turn and nothing, no stretching like she's starting to kind of do here. See, that's the other thing. If you work on that, like that baby leg yield a little bit, and then leave her alone, and see, and then usually what they'll figure out is like, oh, I get a break, I'm going to stretch. See how she's starting. I mean, she's not doing a lot yet, but all you gotta do is just sit up on her and stop. She ain't pulling no back out here again.
Okay.